Hey, what's going on, guys? Here's another video for you. This is a new collection update video. I think this is the 5th one in the series so far. So we got 4 new albums here, 3 of which are Fuzz Club releases and 1 of which isn't. So we'll start with the first one. This is the 2nd album by Maquina, I don't know how... I really don't know how to say that. Yeah, this is their 2nd album. Released last year. I missed the first pressing. This is the 2nd pressing. Been meaning to get this for a while. I think they just I saw when they released it on the Fuzz Club US store. I jumped on it. Yeah, pretty cool packaging and everything. Cool cover. I like this album a lot. It's very, I guess the terminology is motoric, driving, very beat heavy. Like there's a constant stomping bass drum pretty much throughout the album. There's cool like industrial sounding vocals scattered throughout. The music is very bass heavy, very krautrocky, but it's raw and it's very like visceral, I guess you'd say. Very enjoyable album. I like it much better than their first album. This to me is much more refined. Made my honorable mentions for last year. It took a little while for this to grow on me, but when you do listen to it and you sit down like on vinyl and everything, it sounds a lot better than just listening to it on like Spotify or something. Very awesome band. I hope they play in the States one day because their live shows look crazy. Similar to like A Place of Very Strangers or something. So this is Maquina with their album Prata. Check this out. So then after that is the debut album by this, I think they're from Austin, Texas, actually. Yeah, Austin, Texas, 2-piece, I guess, psych band. This is Skloss. Take it out of the plastic. Skloss with The Pattern Speaks. Again, their debut album. They have a 7-inch that they released before this that was pretty good. But this is the full length, and it's very good. This is probably the heaviest thing Fuzz Club's ever put out. Because it's a very, very heavy album, and I was not expecting that. So I've listened to this. This came out, I don't know, maybe like a month or 2 ago. I can't remember. It came out this year. I've listened to this probably close to a dozen times at least, and it still has yet to grow on me, I feel like. I really like the first side A, like The Pattern Speaks, Mind Hive, Deadbone, Imagine 1,000 or 100 Dads. Those are all great songs. The second half, it still has to grow on me. I enjoy it. It's very heavy, but it doesn't hit the same way as the first half. But that's not to say like I'm just gonna like dismiss it. I just feel like it, for some reason, hasn't truly made its impact yet. So, you know, for right now, I like this album. I don't love it, but I feel like it hasn't had its time yet. So I'm going to keep listening to this. It's definitely very unique. Again, it's very heavy. It's very atmospheric. It actually kind of, in one sense, it sort of reminds me a little bit of Big Brave, just less like, I guess, meditative. But yeah, solid effort by these guys. I enjoy it. Good stuff. This is Skloss with The Pattern Speaks. And so the next one here, this is the one that I didn't get from Fuzz Club. This I actually found at a local record store, believe it or not. I was so surprised. This is the latest one by the Liminianas. This is Faded. 2 vinyl album. Pretty long album. I think it's red too. Yeah. Just like the Skloss one. Really cool inlay. Very cinematic like their music usually is. And yeah, this is... Again, I listened to it when it first came out. I liked it, didn't love it. And this is an example where I've spun this a couple times now, and I really love this album. And it's very diverse. There's a lot of different sounding songs on here, like different styles and stuff, which on paper I'm not a huge fan of, but for whatever reason, these guys pull it off. I think what it is the foundation behind every song. Like there's always that psychedelic sort of krautrock, like meditative style behind all the songs, which I really appreciate. I like all the vocalists on here. Even like the goofy one, like Space Baby and stuff like that. I love Autor de Ches Moi. It's just spoken word with a really, really cool kraut beat beneath it with some like hooting in the background, which is interesting. Yeah, I love all the songs in here. Prisoner of Beauty is excellent. Spiral, Shout is on it. It's awesome. The Dancer, Louie Louie. Very, very good album. These, honestly, these guys don't really ever disappoint. I have everything Shadow People and Up, and then the earlier stuff before then, I don't love, but definitely Shadow People and Up. All of their stuff is just quality, excellent stuff. And this is a two-piece, and I guess they just hire guest musicians, which is really cool. So a lot of props to these guys. Excellent album. Again, another case where like I didn't love it at first, but I gave it a couple chances, and I ended up loving it. So I guess, you know, give some things time. And then the last one we have here is another Fuzz Club band and another release that came out last year. This is the second album by this Kentucky band. I think they're from Kentucky. This is Verstarker. Oh, excuse me. This is Verstarker from, again, I don't know how the hell to say that. From Kentucky with their album Gensites. Again, I think this is their second album. To be perfectly honest, I remember listening to their first album and not loving it, but it might, again, be one of those cases where I just have to go back to it. This comes on a really cool color. I don't know what that is, but it's like cookies and cream or something. But yeah, this is a great, great instrumental krautrock with some space rock elements and stuff like that. A lot of some drone elements. The thing that I love the most about these guys is the production is excellent, and the drumming on here, the production of the drums specifically is so good, and he's such a good drummer, and for me being primarily a drummer, it's really cool. But, you know, like people would say about like the drummer from AC/DC and shit, you're only as good as your drummer. Like, he holds the backbeat to these songs, to whereas like if they had a non-competent drummer, the songs wouldn't really sound as good. So he does a really good job on here. And yeah, I love all the songs. Specifically, my favorite song, Hinter dem Spiegel. I love like the bass line in the middle with the borderline snare drum type solo he's doing. It's so fucking cool. But the whole album is really enjoyable. It's a really put on start to finish listen. Really good stuff. Again, this made my honorable mentions of the year last year list. Or was this the year before? Fuck. Oh, no, yeah, this is 2023. What am I saying? Whatever. Made that list, too. But, yeah, really, really good stuff. Again, this is only their second album, so... And they are from the States, so hopefully someday I get to see them live, because a lot of these newer krautrock, psych rock bands are not from the States. So hopefully these guys come to the East Coast sometime. But I think they're playing Fuzz Club Festival, which I would have killed to go to this year because the lineup is so insanely good. Like, it's like stupidly good. Like, I was actually considering just saving and going, but I have so much shit going on this year. I can't this year, but maybe next year, because I would love to go out there. But yeah, that's my collection update. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.